let's start off with something that's short and sweet, a little aperitif, a little bit of business. This is remember how Mike Lindell said that he's taking his thing to the Supreme Court, his case, not his thing. That would be weird. He's taking his case to the Supreme Court, and they're totally going to do it, and it's totally happening, and you totally can believe it, and it's totally real, and it's totally happening, and Steve Bannon made him totally say it. And then a little light on details. Now he has a petition. This is how he's going to do it. He's crowdsourcing fuckers for this. Hats off to CSL for finding this nonsense. Look at this website name. Fuck, man, this is so good. This is so good. Fix2021st.com. Maybe I'm a little sleep silly, but that's hilarious. He's got a petition that's going to motivate the Supreme Court to do this, and it's fix2021st.com. Jesus Christ. And by the way, just for clarification, he does not mean all the COVID deaths Trump ignored. Yes, the .com was available. I'm shocked. It's certainly not a .org, by the way. Notice that. Think about that. Focus on that. It's not a .org. He's making money off this son of a bitch. That's the idea. And you sign up now. It gives your email, required, and your phone number, which is desired. And sign this petition to encourage the Supreme Court to accept the bill of complaint. Wait, hold on. I have to slide this over so you can see it. Is it a lawsuit? No. It's a bill of complaint. Did I see Ted Cruz today? Which part? There's been a few. So, bill of complaint. Please accept this bottle of wine. Oh, Hal, make a Christmas song, you get royalties forever. It's not a bad idea. It should do a Christmas song called "Christmas with the Assholes," and it's just about your relatives that you have to deal with every time. Okay, so he's in front of his big Jesus lion painting, and he's got his complimentary eagle from his first and only trip to Mar-a-Lago, his certificate of excellence in what? I don't know what. We don't know what. But fix2021st.com and sign the petition. This is just 90 seconds. I have to watch this. Okay, here we go. Okay, everything he just said is a lie except his name. And at this point, oh shit, there's no sound on it? Oh, right, beg your pardon. Hold on, back up. That's my fault. Okay, but my bad. Start over again, Mike. They want to hear you. The following is a total fucking lie.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and as you all know, I was brought cyber forensic evidence back on January 9th that 100% proves and validates everything that happened in the 2020 election.
Yeah, you heard it that time, right? You heard it that time? No, not by any measure. Again, everything he just said is a complete lie. Except his name, and even then, I insist his name is Mike Pillow. I don't know why he insists on calling himself Mike Lindell anymore. I think it's rude to the Lindell family and the Lindell family name. He should furthermore and forthwith and forever refer to himself as Mike Pillow. Middle name. So there. Jesus.
Promised everyone in February that I would do everything I could to get this evidence to the Supreme Court. Well, first, I spent months validating this evidence.
That's also a lie. No, he did not. He was even bitching the weekend of that they didn't have time to look into the evidence. The point of the cyber symposium was he was going to get all these people there to validate the evidence. And they didn't get to see it till the weekend before. And they said, it's not what he says it is. It's moronic.
Then I had a cyber symposium in August, of which all 50 states were represented.
No, they weren't. There were people from all 50 states. That does not mean they were represented. It's a small lie, but it's very important. This asshole wants you to think that officials from all 50 states in the United States showed up to give their blessing to this Cyberama bullshit. This Cyberama ding-dong wants you to think that the states all they gavelled up an order and bought a plane ticket for each of their secretaries of state or some assistant undersecretary to the secretary of state and sent someone representing the great state of Minnesota like he was having his own fucking mini electoral college thing. It's nonsense. It's a lie.
Evidence that was shown was proved to be from the 2020 November 3rd election.
No, it was not. The guys from the white hat hackers, he was like, this is ridiculous. It's just a mishmash of bullshit.
This manifested into many states reaching out and wanting their state audited. And
yes, states that Trump won, and the states don't want this. Individuals or individual legislators from those states have gone back and started going, we should do this in states that Trump won. And every time they look, he loses votes. So I don't give a shit. Knock yourself out. If you went to his Cyberama ding dong and you let your balls wag in front of this nudnik and he convinced you that you need to look into your election and do a full forensic audit on every single ballot and look for panda shit, knock yourself out, because what you're going to find is somewhere between 100 and 1,000 more Biden votes, and Trump is going to lose by 20,000. It's just going to be silly. At one point, it's going to crest over to a new record.
Helping bring this to the Supreme Court. So now I'm promising this to you. This case will be presented to the Supreme Court before...
What the fuck? Presented to? Do you guys remember what he's been talking about with this? You didn't say presented to, Mike. You frigging liar. He's been saying this whole time it's going to be brought before the Supreme Court. Now, when you hear brought before, don't you think it means it'll actually be heard? The judges themselves will somehow, or their assistants or the people who work for their clerks will look through all the material and say, yes, we need to see this, and they'll file this thing, and one or two of the judges will go, I believe this should be brought forth. Clarence Thomas and Amy Coney Barrett will, believe that they we must bring this in front of it, and then it'll be 9-0. That's what he's been telling you. That's what he's been saying. Brought before, not submitted. Anybody can submit something, for fuck's sake. Anybody can write a letter and stick it between, as the doors are being shut on you. I submitted it. It's been submitted. How'd you submit it? Well, I dropped it off. It had a stamp on it. Whoops. Wait, why did he mute? That's weird.
Was also involved in this historical crime against our country. And whether you're a Democrat or Republican, it doesn't matter, as we have to fix 2020 first and get...
Yeah, first of all, just for the record, I want to go on. I am a Democrat. I did vote for Joe Biden. I don't believe 2020 is broken, with the exception of the fact that we now know that Trump knew that COVID was worse than he said it was, but he was so interested in his trade deal with China, which was do I even have the quote on it? I need to find the Smokey and the Bandit clip. Chicken shit money. It's chicken shit money. It was $30 billion deal. They ended up spending a third of it. Don't get me started on that whole part of it again. But now we know that that China was buying PCR tests and gear to deal with a coronavirus outbreak as far back as May of that year. So they were lying for a lot longer. While I was there, by the way. And I got, I had a really bad cough for a little while in February when I came, after I'd been one more trip at the end of the year. And ultimately I don't think I had it, but I had, it laid waste to me, it was a long cough that was awful in 2020. But I got like food poisoning while I was in China that was one of the most brutal I've ever had. It was next to being poisoned on purpose. It was like the worst feeling. This was not a surprise, not only to folks like myself, but the intelligence community under Trump was being stiff-armed. We're going to find out one day that there was a warning about COVID that is the equivalent of the president's daily brief that says Osama bin Laden determined to strike inside the United States. And Trump ignored it. That we're going to find that out at some point. How does the PCR work? Doesn't it need specific C19? Yes. But remember, the disease happened there. They had access to it at the Wuhan lab. They were isolating it, and they posted the genome for it in January, which means they've been working at it before. That didn't mean they got it in January. They could have had it since June. That's the thing that people seem to miss. They're like, well, there wasn't even a PCR test. There wasn't over here. There wasn't in the rest of the world. But inside China, they hide that stuff. It's not, I don't know why this is right. 666 people in the chat. Please feel free to help out with a super chat and any $6.66 increment you can think of just to drive the right wing crazy and to support the show. Also, like and subscribe, give a thumbs up. Don't forget to become a Patreon and also other things, anything you can do to help. If you can do nothing to help because you're just in dire straits and the world is seemingly crashing around you, sit back, take a deep breath, and enjoy the show. All right, here we go. What were you saying, Mike, you dipshit?
The machines, or we lose our country and our freedoms forever.
You really had to. You had to do slam edits on this.
That the 9 Supreme Court justices who are there to protect our country will vote 9-0 to accept.
Okay, you're a fucking lunatic. You're a lunatic. You're a lunatic. Brett Kavanaugh will not sign off on this bullshit. Just beyond the idea that the liberal judges will somehow like magically be against it because they hate America and they're really part of a plan to subvert the United States. There's no way Alito and Roberts are going for this bullshit. It's nonsense. And especially this 9-0. There hasn't been a 9-0 about anything in ages. This is ridiculous. Yes, Brett Kavanaugh, precisely. Only Trump knows how to pronounce it correctly. Let me see if I can find him. I've rearranged all these. Maga, maga, maga. Nope, that's not it.
I had to beat off.
No, that wasn't it either. I have to arrange these better.
First new branch of the U.S. Armed Forces in 75 years, Space Force. Not since the Air Force.
Not since the Ass Force. All right. We continue.
This case. Now you can help. I'm asking you to please.
No, you can't. Hey, asshole, if you're thinking of signing up for this because you're trying to save America, he's collecting your email to sell you pillows. That's it. Fuck him and fuck that like weird gap you have in your goddamn skull that doesn't let you understand this. He's collecting the same thing he did on Frank and on Lindell TV. This is what he's doing. He's collecting your email to sell you pillows. And he's going to whine you into buying pillows saying that they're attacking me and I'm going to lose money and they've kicked me off in the box stores and we have to save our country and blah, blah, blah. And so he's going to want you to buy his pillows and give money to this stupid thing. They're going to send you donation links for this shit. Nonsense. You are being grifted. I am trying to help you. I don't even like you and I'm trying to help you. I think you're an asshole and I can't wait to have you and your money separated by a grifter like this. But my morals and my ethics will not allow me. There's this reference in my family that my grandmother's cooking is so good that if you put a plate of her food on top of your head, your tongue will beat your brains out trying to get to it. And that's been a running line that my dad has said my entire life. And it's true. About anything that's delicious, but specifically my grandmother's fish fingers was what it was. But my ethics are like that. Like if I try to slip a like, I don't think Republicans should vote, that kind of thing, my own ethics will just beat my brains out trying to get to that lie and choke it off before I can leave the house. My asshole, my pillow's new product. Shit.
And this petition to encourage the Supreme Court to accept.
And yes, the Twitch did have an info leak. It is true. I changed my passwords today. There you go.
Complaints brought by patriotic states to save our country. Thank you and God bless.
God bless what? God bless what, Mike? God bless. Why can't you say God bless America? What's your problem, Mike? You say God bless and then you go to total darkness. You think I don't notice that? You don't think I don't notice the evil? You know, like God bless and then you go to black and in your own Satan like that. You don't think I didn't hear Mike at the tail end there? God bless Satan. And then you God bless pillows. Jesus.